Are you guilty of overusing the word good? Anytime somebody asks something, your first and almost always go-to response is, I'm good, it's good, everything's good. You're not the only one. I once asked a cousin of mine who had just returned from a music fest, how was the fest? And he said, good. That's it, good, for a music fest. Supposed to be one of the most exciting things in the world. You pass your neighbor every day, and every day you say, how are you? I'm good. You come back from work and somebody in your family asks you, how was your day? And you say, it was good. And you leave it at that. Well, you will notice that there are usually 4 reasons why people keep using the word good for anything and everything. First, they lack the vocabulary. They genuinely don't know what to say as an alternative. But that is very rare because they do that even when they're speaking their mother tongue. It is usually some version of good in their own language. That is a very small percentage of people. So we can safely assume that lack of vocabulary is not the main reason. Usually when people leave it at it's good, they are either trying to be private and not trying to reveal information, probably because they have nothing important or exciting to say, or at least they think they have nothing good to say, or they genuinely had a bad experience and they don't want to talk about it. So they sort of shut down the conversation with I'm good. In fact, there's this whole range of jokes that when a woman says I'm fine, she's definitely not fine. But the most common reason why people keep on using the word good is because they don't want to ruffle any feathers. They don't want to say something extreme that they will have to justify. And you will notice the word good is most overused by people who really want to play it safe, who don't want to take risks, don't want to get too involved, and don't want to take too many chances. So it is not so much the problem of vocabulary, but a problem of taking chances. So I suggest you take a chance with this video, come along for the ride, subscribe to this channel, and let's find out what are the various alternatives to saying I'm good or it's good, and make our answers more interesting, more memorable, more unique. Do subscribe to this channel because I'm new to YouTube. However, I'm not new to the game of communication. My name is Rai. I'm a former media presenter and director, and out here I discuss all those things that make us our own brand. And being able to make a big impact with small talk is a fine tool to have. The first and the easiest method is to switch up the word good with some synonym, like awesome, peachy, all cool, and some alternatives like that. And a quick Google search is all it takes to do that. But if you want to level up and step up your game and answer people not just with alternatives and synonyms to the word good, but actually something interesting for an answer, then try the addition method. Try adding something along with the word good. For example, how was your day? It was good. It was exhausting. It was really busy, but it was good. So one extra information, even if it's very vague and very non-committal, goes a long way in making you look like you're not avoiding the conversation, but you're actually interested in sharing. So if somebody asks you, how was the movie? Instead of saying, oh, it was nice, it was interesting, you can say, oh, it was great, and I specifically like this one part where something happened. Or I was really looking forward to watching it and I finally did it. So you see, you are still not saying anything, but you're saying something. Now, one interesting way you can level up your small talk by not saying I'm good, that was amazing, but actually moving beyond adjectives is to actually frame a joke or a certain turn of phrase. There's this funny phrase that people in America, in US, use quite often. If you ask them, how was your day? They would say finer than a frog's hair. Yes, and I'm sure regionally you might also have some such expressions. Sometimes people even use lines of songs. Like one person said, I got a daytime job and I'm doing all right. It's actually a line from a Mark Knopfler song. It goes like, he's got a daytime job and he's doing all right. So he took that line and made a reply out of that line. So maybe you can think of a few lines of a poem or a song or even a joke that you can use. But the best way to connect with people, give them solid replies, even in small talk, and not to say, I'm good, it was amazing, and just go a little further, is not to just answer, but to ask a question back and asking them something about their lives. Like, how's your job going? How is everything at home? How are the kids? Did you do something on the weekend? Are you coming from somewhere or going somewhere right now? Just probing into a little tidbit of an information and having that 2 more seconds to give. Treat the other person like a person and not just a chore you have to get by. Because, I still today think about what happened in that music fest that my cousin did not want to talk about. Well, if you did like this video, do subscribe to this channel. Let me remind you that this is a new channel and I would love to have you as a subscriber. And see you in the next video.